Welcome to the 1-year anniversary of the Center for Neurodiversity. It's amazing that it's been one year. This is a cultural center that celebrates neurodiversity and sees neurodiversity and disability as a difference, not a deficit. I'd like to thank Dr. Hushman for his vision and the ongoing commitment to access and inclusion on Rowan's campus, and Dr. Monica Shealy for her vision for this inclusive and welcoming space. We will be forever grateful for Dr. Ricardo and the truly amazing accomplishments and contributions in launching the center, and a big thank you to co-director Kara Latimer for saying yes and bringing her expertise and passion to the center. With that, I will turn it over to Kara.
Thanks, John. And thank you all for being here today. As John said, we're very, very excited to be celebrating the 1-year anniversary of the launch of our Center for Neurodiversity here at Rowan University. As he stated, we're grateful to our affinity group members who've been with us, our steering committee, as well as the Neurodiversity Task Force members who still support the center even now. We're really grateful for all of you. Our goal is to promote a neuro-inclusive campus here at Rowan, and so we know that there are some things that we're doing really well, and there's also our goals of things that we want to continue to make improvements on, so thank you for partnering with us on that. We would like to welcome Dr. Lohman, who's going to come and give just a few remarks, and then we'll also afterwards have a few remarks from Dr. Monica Shealy as well.
Thank you. I'm going to try to be louder than John, or did you turn me down? Well, thank you on behalf of Dr. Hushman. I send his regards. He was unable to make it today, but I know this is, well, everyone here knows how important this initiative is, and I think coming into the provost role, what seems like a lifetime ago because of COVID, but in reality, this idea started formulating 3 years ago, and to see the passion that Dr. Hushman had for it, Dr. Shealy, John Woodruff, this has been a no-brainer and an easy thing to do. It hasn't been easy to get where we have been in the last 2 years because of COVID, because of distance that we had to keep sometimes, because of space, because of our students, the challenges they face, but we're here. We made great progress, and I'm excited to where we're going in the future. And it's actually kind of very nice sitting here today to think of the students we're serving and the impact we're going to make in their lives and giving them the same opportunities that every student gets. That touches me, and I look right here in the front row. I've got Dino right here in our front row. Dave, wearing his Phillies hat, wave. He joined our office 6 weeks ago and has been a wonderful addition to the team. I think he's enjoying himself. He's learning a lot about the institution, and for me to see him and talk with him a couple of times every week. Actually, we run into each other on campus, we chat. I learned so much from him, and it really points to the impact we're making on these students, and I love for the fact that as we continue to think about our initiatives, we're thinking about every student, not just the students we used to think about, and it makes me feel really good about the things we're doing, and it's a pleasure to work here today with an outstanding team. I only think we're going to do more here. We're envisioning and imagining new spaces. We're imagining new people to bring on board, and I think new programs to even reach up even higher. Why? We've got the undergraduate now. We've got, I think, the workforce pipeline part of it down. Now we need to think more. How do we get this group of students into graduate schools, professional schools, medical schools, business schools? We've learned. Let's keep going. So thank you for having me out here today.
And of course, Dr. Monica Shealy is going to come up, and she is a wonderful champion of our Center for Neurodiversity, but also for diversity, equity, and inclusion here on our campus. And so we're going to turn it over to her because this is also your 1-year celebration of this launch. And so thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am so excited for this day because when you think about diversity, often we go back to those traditional kind of markers around race and gender and religion. And as a former special education teacher, I have always been an advocate for looking at diversity in the broadest sense and not forgetting about those that have neurological differences. So to be able to launch our Division for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion in 2019 and go on a listening tour for almost 3-4 months and listen to our students, faculty, and staff say to us, don't forget about those of us that have invisible disabilities. Don't forget about those of us who really embrace being autistic and want to be called autistic. We are diverse as well. And so we wanted to make sure that we spent a great deal of time understanding what the needs were for our community. I can't say enough about those of you that are here that served on the task force. Over 2 years, meeting during COVID, committed to exploring what a Center for Neurodiversity could look like for Rowan. We talked to the handful of centers in the country, there are like 5 of them, and they told us about their challenges, their triumphs, and we decided we wanted our center to be so much bigger and so much better than what they had. Some of them focused just on programming, some focused just on research. Our center does it all. Research, community engagement, and programming, and to top it off, it's a cultural center. It's a home for neurodivergent students, faculty, and staff. And that's the other piece. We're serving our entire community, and we're a model not just for the state, but nationally. This is a collaboration between our Division for DEI and the Office of Academic Affairs, and we work across the entire university, all 3 campuses with partners. And so this is a celebration of all of us, not just of DEI or the Provost's office. It's all of us. We did this, and we're still doing it, and we want to make it bigger and better. But more importantly, we want it to make sure this center is impactful. We want to talk about the legacy that we're leaving on this campus that makes it more inclusive, and making sure we raise awareness so that people understand if you want to be called autistic, disabled, you just anything that you consider yourself that's different as it relates to neurological differences, this is a home for you. This center allows you to be you, and it's being led by individuals, not just individuals that are passionate and advocates for this area, but we want neurodivergent individuals to lead the center. This term came about because neurodivergent individuals said, no, don't build anything without us. So this is built for us, by us, and that's what we want to model. So thank you for the support to all of our partners, for the students, and those of you that used your voices almost 4 years ago to say to Rowan, make this a priority. Thank you, John and Kiera, for leading this year. And kudos to Dr. Ricardo for setting us on this path as well. Thank you all.
Thank you. And lastly, we would like to actually make sure that you do know who our Center for Neurodiversity staff members are. We will introduce our staff members and then allow our team to take their places inside, because we would like for you all to see the space if you haven't had the opportunity to today. And so I am Kiara Latimer. I am the program coordinator for the Autism Path program here at Rowan University. I'm also the co-director of the Center for Neurodiversity, along with John Woodruff, who's also our director of accessibility services and our academic success center here at Rowan. I'm going to ask if Zosha would just lift your hand where you are. You can stand if you would like. And Zosha is here with us. Zosha Zaks is our scholar in residence. Zosha comes to us after working for many years at Towson University. And Zosha has led not only advocacy movements, but as well as supporting programming, curriculum development, all related to neurodiversity, as well as autism. And so we are excited, Zosha, to have you here, and we're looking forward to all the wonderful things that Zosha is going to be bringing to us this year. You'll have the opportunity to meet Zosha for those of you who are here with us inside as well. We also want to recognize Mary Kalini, there she is, I'm sorry, Mary, who is our PhD graduate coordinator. We are excited to have Mary, who has an interest in inclusive education, and so we're very excited to be working together as a team. Sarah Hutchins is actually at our table in the back where we're going to have some giveaways today, and Sarah is our front desk student worker, and she has been terrific, and we're so excited to have her here with us as well. So at this time, for those of you who are here with us, we're going to actually allow our center staff members to come and go ahead and take their places inside. You're going to have the opportunity to stop into almost each space. We decided that this should be an interactive experience for you all. And so the only room where there's not like a planned opportunity for you to do or learn anything is actually in our student suite. We decided to keep that space open in case someone does need to utilize that space today. So when you come into the front desk, it's going to be Sarah who will greet you, and there's a strengths wall activity that you'll be able to participate in there, highlighting words or phrases that remind you of neurodiversity being a strength. After that, you'll be able to have the opportunity to meet Zosha. As you travel a little bit farther down the hall, Mary is here representing our research component, and so Mary has some articles that will be written actually and published by Dr. Casey Woodfield, who is our faculty fellow for the Center for Neurodiversity. And she is not with us today, but we decided the best way to introduce you to her is through her work. And then as you continue down the hall, you'll see the student suite space. And then lastly, what will be our conference room space where there is popcorn available for you. And then there will also be refreshments available as well. Thank you all so much for being here and for supporting this initiative here at Rowan University.